claim your free Moto G 5G phone with a qualifying plan. A Pure Talk, simply smarter wireless.
Now, the only locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy and snowy and rainy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be, getting a little bit of Mother Nature's finest. Whatever she decides to deal our way, that's what we're getting, at least here at Radio Center. Temperatures hovering just above the freezing mark. We'll get the latest temps when we talk to Matthew here in just a moment. But it does appear as though the next couple of days we're going to get kind of a rain-snow mix, with temperatures hovering just above the freezing mark. And then as we move into the week next week, we're going to be looking at temperatures ranging above normal for this time of the year. We'll take a look at that weather forecast for you in just a moment. We've got a frontal system that's moving ever so slowly to the south. This particular front is a little bit further north than what some of the forecasters had indicated it would be a little bit earlier in the week. And as a result, instead of just getting plain old snow, which we could very easily have picked up 2 to 3 inches, it looks as though that front is inched its way a little bit further north. So the chances of just liquid precipitation are greater than what they were 24 and 36 hours ago. Actually, the best chance of just getting simply measurable amount of snow is pretty much defined right now in the 127 corridor in central Michigan, around Mount Pleasant, areas to the immediate west and east. Latest projections seem to indicate 2 to 3 inches, not out of the realm of possibility for that part of the state. For us, the amount of precipitation is going to remain the same. It's just the form of it is going to be a little bit more wet than it will be snow. Snowflakes coming down here at Radio Center are a pretty good size, which is a good indication there's a lot of moisture in them, and that would signify that we're not going to get the measurement, the depth of snow that we could get. And as I said, we're looking at a little bit more liquid precipitation. It's going to be slushy as we go through the remainder of the day. Matthew, what are we looking at right now as far as our temperature?
Well, over in Midland, it's cloudy at 36. Over at the airport, there's light snow at 34. Here at Radio Center, and there's snow at 35. We have east winds at 10, and our pressure's at 29.97, and it's steady.
Steady as she goes. Low pressure moving off to the east of us. Another low pressure moving into Indiana and central Illinois. As we go through the remainder of the day today, we are going to be looking at mostly cloudy skies, a mix of snow and rain. The best chance of just plain old rain is going to be along that 69 corridor, where the temperatures right now are about 5 degrees warmer than what we have here. So that is going to spell, as I said, pretty much just plain old rain. The frontal system is running from Port Huron down to Benton Harbor. It looks as though it's going to settle just a little bit more to the south because of the strength of the high pressure system, which is up in Minnesota. That's trying to push it down, but the low that's trying to push it up is a little bit closer to us. And as a result, that frontal system is a little bit further north than what we had thought it would be. Mix of snow and rain as we go into the nighttime hours. After a high of right around 38, we're only going to drop down to about 35. We're going to continue to have that northeast breeze about 7 to 10 miles per hour. That's going to be it. Tomorrow, we'll see the breeze pick up just a little bit, but still be out of the northeast. We'll possibly see a gust up to about 20 miles per hour tomorrow. Mostly cloudy skies, a spotty mix. It's not going to be nearly as widespread is what it is today in the early parts of this evening. Low pressure system generating all of this with that dragging front is going to be all the way over into New York State, the western part of New York State tomorrow. There's another low pressure system that is going to be moving into the Tennessee Valley. That particular system is going to try to push some moisture up our way, but that high will deflect that. And eventually that low, the second low, which we'll see in Tennessee and extreme southern parts of Kentucky tomorrow, is going to wind up over New England as we finish off the weekend and the first part of the work week next week. And it will turn into a major nor'easter for that part of the country. So if you are going to be doing some traveling, if you are going to be looking at the East Coast, and in particular from New York City north, you could run into a little bit of a weather buzzsaw there. So kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Sunday, still continuation of clouds, a spotty mix, 38 for a high, 33 for a low. So throughout this period, we're not looking for freezing or below freezing temperatures. And working into the work week next week, we're going to be looking at temperatures averaging at or above normal for this time of the year. Precipitation patterns to be slightly above, especially moving into the second half of the work week next week. Normal high for this time of the year is 39. The normal low is 27. Record high in this state, 64, set in 1970. The record low, 2, set in 1966. The coldest ever, December the 1st, 1966. Our high was 26 and our low was 2. The warmest day for a December 1st was in 1982. And incidentally, in 1982, December the 1st, December the 2nd, and December the 3rd were all warmest days ever on record. The most amount of snow we received on a December 1st was 2007. We picked up 3.5 inches of snow. And when we talk about December, we're into that now. The snowiest ever December was 2000. We had 40.25 inches of snow. December of 2000. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Matthew, who do we have on the line right now?
Right now we have Steve Anderson from Baird & Co.
Let's find out what's going on. Steve, good morning. What are the folks in New York doing to us?
Well, they're not treating us too bad for the end of the week. We've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average ahead 113 points at 36,063. Volume there's 162 million shares. Excuse me. The NASDAQ is at 14,230. That's up 110 on moderate volume. Looks like we're living in a snow globe, but that's all.
That's it. The tip. What do you think, Steve? What should we be looking at right now?
Well, you should be looking at trying to get yourself positioned for next year, the plan ahead. This year is nearly done from an investment standpoint. Make sure you look at what you have. Make sure that you want it from a tactical standpoint, first of all. Then double check and see what it's doing price-wise. And then get yourself geared up for next year. That's really hard to do because a lot of people will often start out. I had a boss once who told me don't read from the right, and the right was where you could see whether you made or lost money. Start from the left, where you're figuring out what you have as far as assets, asset allocation, and then work your way across. So don't start reading from the right.
There you go. For more information, how do we get a hold of you?
Well, you can call us right here at Baird and Company in Saginaw, where the telephone number is 989-790-5724. Our Midland location is 989-839-9035. And on the web, we are at RW That's BAIRD.com. And then you can find us by rep, by office, however you like.
All right. You have a nice weekend, Steve. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Steve Anderson over at Baird and Company. A lot more coming up on the farm program. Matthew standing by. Who do we have?
Up next, we have Gary Kaufman and Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
All righty. But before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrient Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Ed Raymond and Sons, quality clothing and shoes since 1919. Carhartts, Red Wing shoes and boots, the Stormy Cromer accessories, all available right now. So check it out. What a great idea to do some shopping at Ed Raymond's for that guy, especially the guy who has everything, because the chances are he probably doesn't have what Ed Raymond's has, and he'll love it. 151 West Broad Street in Chesaning. They've been doing Christmases for well over 100 years. EdRaymonds.com. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman at Star of the West. And Gary, it's been kind of an interesting week. Again, soybeans seem to be stealing the headlines, but corn prices have been doing a little bouncing too.
Yeah, soybeans, for the most part, beans and corn are kind of, unchanged for the week, I guess. You wouldn't figure that, but it's been back and forth, of course. But the last 3 days, the wheat market's been positive, and the reason that is China. China continues to poke their nose in, looking for hard red winter, soft red winter wheat, and that's given the wheat the last 3 days some pretty decent pushes from what we've seen lately. I mean, I just checked on the wheat because wheat kind of, for the month of November, wheat was up 13 cents for the month, and I would never guess that, going into the first day of December. But solid export sales, some fund short covering were kind of the keys to the higher day yesterday in the wheat arena. Those export sales were 22.9 million bushel, Terry, and that was well above the 9 million bushel needed to reach the USDA estimate. And if you look at the other exports for the week this week too, corn was 75.9 million bushel, 24 to 47 was expected. So that exceeded, 2 times the amount. And then on the beans, they were expecting 31 to 55 million, and they got almost 70 million bushels. So finally some demand showing up, and that's what's going to drive this thing, along with South America weather. That's still being monitored closely, and how the trade interprets the direction of what forecast we're getting. We're getting hot, dry conditions, and then we're getting some, forecast for cooler temperatures and widespread rain. So the market's trying to figure that all out today. So.
Yep. So on the board right now, what do you have?
Yeah, right now, Cherry, we got actually cash wheat up 4 right now at 557 on the white, 472 on the red. New crop for next year up 4 as well at 624 on the white, 544 on the red. Cash corn up 2 at 395. New crop for next year unchanged at 447. Cash soybeans down 15 right now, Terry, at 1233, and new crop is down 11 at 1203.
You have a great weekend, Gary. We'll talk to you on Monday.
Sounds good, Jerry. You as well.
I will. Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us now. The market report brought to you by Thumb Bank, serving the needs of agriculture for well over 125 years. And now they've got 13 locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. And by Schaefer and Beerline, The new Ram truck inventory at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth continues to roll in. 2023 heavy duties are still coming in, and the 2024 1500s are arriving as well. So if you're in the market for a new Ram 1500, a Ram heavy-duty pickup, a ProMaster van, or a Ram commercial truck, and you want to buy with confidence from a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, now's the time to see Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. Doug Klein, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
For a Friday, I think I'll make it.
Yeah, good. Wow. So the Fed was talking today, and they said it's a little too early to talk about cutting interest rates. But the market says, I think we're going to have to cut interest rates. So stock market's up, doing okay today. Construction spending came in for the month of, I'm not sure if it was October or November, but they said it was $2 trillion in the United States, which was slightly better than expected. So there's a lot of money being spent on construction, obviously. That's got copper going up pretty good today, 1.6%. So that's very important metal as far as construction goes. So what else? GE hit another new high today. IBM hit another new high today. Pfizer hit a new low today. They pulled a weight loss drug off the market. Apparently, it wasn't one of the diabetes drugs that they're kind of cross-selling for losing weight. And what else? Natural gas hit another new low today. But it's currently up. So maybe it hit its bottom. Who knows? So here's your numbers. December corn 4.64 3/4, up 3 cents. The March corn is 4.84 1/4, up 1 1/2. January soybeans 13.28 1/4, down 14 1/2. The March soybeans 14.47 3/4, down 14 1/2. December wheat is 5.69 3/4, down 1/2 penny, and the March wheat is 6.02, up 4 cents. Crude oil 76.34, up 29 cents. Heating oil is 272.84, down 2.5 cents. Gasoline is 218.15, down or up 0.7 penny. Natural gas 281, that is up 1 penny. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.35.02 Canadian, that's down 60 ticks. The dollar buys 146.94 yen, that's down 125 ticks. The euro's at 108.79, down 7 ticks. The dollar's at 103.33, that's down 16 ticks. And probably that's the reason you're seeing those exports, of the farm commodities that was mentioned before. Over to precious metals, gold is at $2,058, up $20. Silver's at $25.32, up 3 cents. And platinum's at $932.60, that's down $3.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Thanks. You too.
Take care, Doug. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. We'll be right back with more, but first this.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor.
Why do I go by Shaw? Shaw stands for skilled hands at work.
And he lives up to the name as he uses his versatile tractor to
make my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R to
do both vegetables and my flowers. It's exciting, putting yourself out there, learning something new.
And with a long list of easy-to-attach implements, ranging from a front loader to a box blade and backhoe, they both can make
the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1-Series tractor for just $130 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's 11 locations in Auburn Hills, Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Fenton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com.
Stein delivers more new genetics faster. Our focus on delivering higher yielding genetics faster than the competition is why we have released more new Enlist E3 lines in the past 5 years than any other seed company. For elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control, plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield, 45 years of yield. Learn more at steinseed.com.
If you need some tree trimming done, how about tree removal? well, then you need Legendary Tree Care. No job is too big. No job is too small. They're fully licensed and insured, and they specialize in big projects. LegendaryTreeCare.com. That's where you're going to find them, or like them on Facebook. They're there when you need them. Legendary Tree Care. Lots of activities going on. One thing that I want to pass along here real quick is the National Corn Yield Contest Harvest entry deadline has been extended to next Tuesday, December the 5th. After considering all the challenges that growers all across the country have faced trying to get that corn off, the National Corn Growers Association did extend the deadline from yesterday, the 30th, to next Tuesday, December the 5th. So you still got time to get that entry in. Lots of activities going on around one area in particular that has, well, they've been doing it for the last 9 years, and this year is going to be year number 10. I want to talk a little bit about what's going on over in Fairgrove. Matthew, who do we have on the line with us?
Up next, we have Becky, and she's an event coordinator from Fairgrove.
Becky Bean, good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Hey, we're doing fantastic. Becky, you got a parade coming up this afternoon or this evening, from what I understand?
We do 7 o'clock tonight in downtown Fairgrove.
And you got some homemade donuts there available for purchase, from what I understand. You got a little food action going on. Lots of fun and lots of activities, bringing the town to life, right?
That's right. It's something we enjoy doing every year this time. So,
and from what I understand, not only do you have a Christmas parade in Fairgrove, but you've got a give back event too.
That's right. Tomorrow morning from 10 a.m. until noon, we have a Stuff the Fire Truck event at our fire hall. We collect food that we will give out to local families. And last year we were able to feed 8 families for the holidays.
And again, this is sponsored by the Michigan Bean Festival and the Fairgrove Fire Department. So a lot of community involvement there. And especially, you need something to kind of pick me up this year. The Fairgrove community had quite a mess here just a couple of days ago, huh?
Yesterday was a pretty tough day for some local guys who lost their business, and for the community who lost a building that had been here for, 70 or 80 years. So,
yeah, it's we need something to perk everybody up. So again, that parade, the activity starts off. Well, the donuts and that are for purchase beginning at what time this afternoon, Becky?
Well, so the donuts start at 6. Our food vendor will be here starting at 5, and then the parade is at 7.
Okay, and then maybe a little party afterwards?
We'll probably just spend our time trying to warm up afterwards.
I think that'd be good, and dry up a little bit too. Becky
Right.
Bean, thanks a lot. Always great to talk to you, and it's great to hear that things are picking up a little bit in Fairgrove here for the holidays.
Well, thank you very much.
You bet. Becky Bean over in Fairgrove. Along with us right now, we have Kim Weiss from Lingle Equipment. And Kim, you're going to brighten up somebody's Christmas here with some good finance deals right now on Kubota tractors.
That's right, Terry. It's December 1st, and December is package month. And so I put together a package on a Kubota BX 2380. A lot of times different companies will advertise just a price on just the tractor. They don't include any attachments. And then when you go to visit, then they tell you that the damages of what all the attachments are. But I put it together as a package, a BX 2380 with your choice of tires and a front loader on it with your quick attach 48-inch quick attach bucket, and then a Kubota 2816 50-inch 2-stage snowblower. That is nothing but a insurance policy that if we get a bunch of snow, that snowblower is going to get you out and on the road wherever you got to go. But that whole package, brand new, ready to go, 0% for 84 months with all the rebates included, and that's $700 in rebates, $273 a month. 84 months, 0%, no hidden charges, That's the total number, 273. Come on in and see me. See the tractor right here at Lingle Equipment. We're right alongside I-75, just south of the Zilwaukee Bridge off the Washington Road exit. Or give me a call at 989-754-7801, or send me an email, and I'll send you this quote sheet out to you at k.weiss, W-E-I-S-S, at lingle1.com.
You have a nice weekend, Kim.
You too, Terry. I wouldn't mind some sunshine. Let's hope that it's a good day tomorrow in Indiana for Go Blue, and Sunday for the Detroit Lions.
Hey, there you go. That'll bring the sun out, okay?
That's right.
All right, Kim, thank you. Kim Weiss over at Lingle Equipment. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. You need fertilizer for the new year? How about seed, like corn, soybean seed from Dairyland Seeds? Pricing right now, year-end pricing available. Just get a hold of the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. Serving you since 1983, where serving you is their business. We'll be right back.
Like you, we never settle. There's more sugar. In fact, better sugar in every seed we sell. For more than a century, we put innovation to work in the service of growers who plant Crystal brand sugar beet seed. With varieties developed especially for your growing area, you can be confident your success is always our top priority. This season, and for seasons to come, choose a seed partner who shares your priorities.
This is Peter Maxwell, your ACH Seeds independent sales agent. Our 2024 lineup is looking great. We have 5 new CR Plus varieties, including 2 that have nematode tolerance. This next generation of Crystal sugar beet varieties provides even better sugar content in the full spectrum of defensive traits you need. The field-proven advantages of the CR Plus trait continue to allow confidence of good disease control with fewer trips across the field. I look forward to hearing from you and working toward continued success. Thanks again for partnering with ACH Seeds.
ACH Seeds, growing with you.
The folks at Simplot Grower Solutions invite you to a big event coming up next Thursday, December the 7th, at the MSU Saginaw Valley Research and Education Center on Reese Road in the Richville-Frankenmuth area. A number of really good speakers to talk about all sorts of things that you should be aware of, Mr. Farmer, as you move into 2024. Lunch is going to be provided at 12:30. Bring your RUP card. RUP and MAEAP credits are available, as well as CCA credits. Simplot Grower Solutions. Come on out next Thursday, December the 7th. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSG.